तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततम् पूर्णाय बोधात्मने ओम्। ब्रह्माहं यत्प्रसादेन मयि विश्वं प्रकल्पितम् श्रीमत्स्वयं प्रकाशाख्यम् प्रणौमि जगतां गुरुम्। यः परमात्मा जगत् सृष्ट्वा प्रविवेश पुनः स्वयं तं कृष्णं प्रत्यगात्मानं वन्दे गोपी मनोहरम्। यस्य प्रसादादहमद्वयात्मा विश्वं समस्तं मयि कल्पितं च तं सर्वलोकैकगुरुं सदाश्री स्वयं प्रकाशं गुरुमानतोऽस्मि। गुरूणां चरणां भोजं प्रणिपत्य निरन्तरम् तत्कृपालेशतोऽद्वैत चिन्ताकौस्तुभमारभे। ओम। In order to know the component of the sentence Tatvamasi, which happens to be the word Tat, just as there are other two words, we have the word Tat. And that whatever is indicated, known through the word Tat, is known by two ways. And both of them are required. So it is not an option whether you choose one or the other. So when the Tat Padartha is known through the Tatastha Lakshanam, it is called as the Vachyartha, the spoken meaning. When the Tat Padartha is known through the Lakshana or Swarupa Lakshanam, it is called as Lakshartha. Depending upon which Lakshana is being employed, that object meant by the word Tat will have these twofold meanings. So, depending whether it is the Tatastha Lakshanam which is employed or whether it is the Swarupa Lakshanam which is employed, we have the Vachyartha or the Lakshartha. And remember, Brahman is one alone. Now, another thing is, for example, there are different words. Now, when we have different words, each word has its own purpose. Why it has come into the function? Why has it come into the motion? Let us say the word dog. What is it? What is the purpose of this word, just dog? This is a dog, let us say, in that sentence, dog. So now the pravritti nimitta, the reason for it to come to the surface is because now through this word, a particular animal is meant. So what is the purpose? To show this animal which is a dog. Which word will do it? Will the word pot do this job of showing the dog? Will the word pen do the word of showing the dog? No, you require a specific word. And so this word, the dog, has its own purpose. Similarly, we have the word cat, and both the words are different. So obviously, when the words are different and they have their own purposes, the word cat also has its own purpose of showing you that particular animal, okay, which is definitely not dog. So therefore, when there are different words and those different words have different purposes, bhinna pravritti. Okay, so the nimitta for those pravritti, let me put it this way. So the pravritti, the reason over here of the word dog is also to generate knowledge. The reason for the word cat is also to generate a particular knowledge. Are you getting it? But both these words, though have pravritti, but the nimitta, the reason for their pravritti is different. What is the nimitta? Nimitta for its pravritti? The pravritti is to generate knowledge, but nimitta is to show dog. And over here, the nimitta is to show cat. Okay. So now, where does the word dog leads your understanding to? Where does the word cat leads your understanding to? And these are two different locations. Okay. So they are two different objects, two different locations. So when the words have bhinna pravritti nimitta and they have different locations, so they lead your understanding to two different objects, two different locations. Okay, then obviously these words cannot be treated as synonyms. Okay, they cannot be treated as synonyms. But say suppose if there are two different words, there are two different words, and if both those words have a different reason why those words have come into the functioning, pravritti kyun hui inki? So the nimitta for their pravritti is also different. When the nimitta for their pravritti is different, but both of them meet in the same location, then both these words have the same location to go, but they are now not synonyms. And where do we see this? In, let us say, in the sentence, the big blue fragrant lotus. Okay, the big blue fragrant lotus. So the big lotus, the blue lotus, the fragrant lotus. Are there three different objects? Are these three different objects? The blue lotus, the big lotus, the fragrant lotus. So are there three lotuses by which you can say that, these words have three different locations? No, all those words have the same location. The blue lotus is also showing you the same object. The word fragrant lotus is also showing you the same object, which means they are there. Where are they in? The same object. Tasya vartanam kutra asti? In that same adhikaranam, in the same location. And therefore, now these words are called as having samana adhikaranam. Adhikaranam means location. Adhikaranam means location. Samana adhikaranam means the same location. Okay? Same location. So, when the words, there are different words having different reasons, so the function of the word blue cannot be replaced by the word big. The function or the purpose that is accomplished by the word big cannot be replaced by the word fragrant. Correct? So you will have all the three different words, and their nimitta for the pravritti is different. Hopefully people are able to catch this up.
Yes, Swamiji.
Thank you.
Yes, Swamiji.
Good, good.
Ji, Swamiji.
So their pravritti nimitta is different, but they have the same location. And therefore, how are these? They have samana adhikaranam. Now, when you have samana adhikaranam, the quality that these words that we are going to say, they have samanadhikaranyam. What do these words have? Samanadhikaranyam. And then, correct. So, yesterday we did this. How is samanadhikaranyam defined?
भिन्न प्रवृत्ति निमित्तानाम एकस्मिन् अर्थे समानाधिकरण.
एकस्मिन् अर्थे वृत्तिः.
जी
हाँ. भिन्न प्रवृत्ति निमित्त. So the nimitta for their pravritti is different. Different words. The nimitta for their pravritti is also different. So what is the reason for which the word big has come? To show something that bigness, correct? Large. So what has the word blue come in to show the color? So the word big has come over there to show the size. Okay. Then the word blue has come to show the color. The word fragrant has come to show a specific quality of being sugandhi, of being fragrant, correct? So now there are different words, and their pravritti nimitta is also different, but all of them are, where are they? Vritti means their vartanam, unka bartav, unka rehna, kahan ho raha hai? In the same location, same object. And therefore, all these words have samanadhikaranyam. Got it? So, now let us go back to our Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Now we understand by the word Satyam. What is it? Badha Bhava Vishishtam. Or you can say Chaitanyam if you want to put it over there. That will make it easy. Now, Vishishtam is also a very interesting thing. Okay. I hope, you people are, enjoying this or.
Yes, Swamiji, very much, very much.
Otherwise, it may become, ये तो कहाँ ऐसे बाल की खाल, बाल की खाल नहीं, ये सारे शब्द की ही मीमांसा है. Vedanta is not to make somebody feel good. Wake up in the morning and say, Aham Brahma. No. ये शब्द की मीमांसा है भाई. This is an analysis of those words of the Shruti. That's why it is called as Uttar Mimamsa. It is a Mimamsa. So now what happens over here is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. This is the Swarupa Lakshanam. Okay. Now in this Swarupa Lakshanam, we are trying to understand what exactly are these words showing. Okay. If these words did not have samanadhikaranyam. So their pravritti nimitta is different. What is the nimitta of what is the nimitta for this word satyam to function? Because it wants to show badha bhava vishishtam. Correct? What does this word satyam want to show? Badha bhava vishishtam. Chaitanyam, put Chaitanyam over there. That consciousness which cannot be falsified, or that is satyam. अगर चैतन्यम नहीं भी रखना हो तो चलेगा. बाधा भाव विशिष्टम, that which is qualified by absence of falsification. What do you mean by falsification? Go back to our milk and curd example. So yesterday night, before you went to bed, you had set the milk to curdle. Curdle, क्या बोलते हैं? Curdle, right? Yeah, curdle. No, curdle nahi. Curdle, right? Anybody who knows better English, can somebody please enlighten me?
It's curdle, Swami. C-U-R.
Curdle, right? Curdle.
Yes.
Then you have set the milk to curdle. And before you do that, what will it be called? Milk. Okay. So yesterday means in one frame of time, what was it called?
Milk.
Milk. This morning, when you have woken up, what is it called?
Curd.
Now, this morning, if I still call it milk, am I giving the right knowledge or is it false knowledge?
False knowledge.
Otherwise, you take that curd and put in your chai. हमारे यहाँ पे विजय ने कई बार किया है ये. So you have, it cannot be called as milk because it is not milk. So yesterday the same object was called as milk. Today it is no longer milk. So calling it milk now is false. If you would have called it curd yesterday, it is still false. Correct? So it means that it is falsified. If it is called as milk now, it is false. If it was called curd yesterday, it is false. And tomorrow when it becomes ghee, will you be able to call it curd? No. Will you be able to call it milk? No. It is ghee. That clarified butter. All right. So now, badha bhava vishishtam, that which cannot be falsified in all the three periods of time, is satyam. So how is this satyam? What is the word satyam has come, and what is the reason for its pravritti? To show which is that object which is free from absence of falsification. So absence of falsification is the qualification of this object. So it is qualified by absence of falsification. That is what that object is shown by the word satyam. Okay. What is the reason for the jnanam to come over there? What does it want to show?
Vritti avachinnam.
Vritti avachinna chaitanyam. What is the pravritti nimitta for the word anandam? To show?
Priyadi. Prityadi.
प्रियादि प्रित्यादि ठीक है, वो दोनों ठीक ही है. प्रियादि वृत्ति उपहितम चैतन्यम अथवा अवच्छिन्नम चैतन्यम. So now you see there are different words, and all those different words have a bhinna pravritti nimitta. You understand pravritti nimitta? Nimitta means the reason, the purpose. Pravritti means for its functioning. What is the reason for these words to function, to work? What is it? So the function which is accomplished by the word satyam is not done by the word jnanam, because if you say satyam, it does not mean vrityavachinna chaitanyam, correct? The word anandam does not mean badha bhava vishishtam, correct? So therefore, these words have a different purpose. Now he goes to say that all these three words have different purposes. Pravritti nimitta is different. Like the word cat and a dog, their pravritti nimitta is different. If the pravritti nimitta is different, then obviously these words are going to show different objects. Got it? If the pravritti nimitta is different, then these words will show different objects because their locations to which they will lead the buddhi to are different. Adhikaranam is going to be different. Got it? It is not samanadhikaranam, it is vyadhikaranam. It is different adhikaranas. Dr. Rajiv? विभक्तियों में सप्तमी को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? क्या नहीं चल रहा है शायद इसका. Anybody who has done a little bit of Sanskrit, can you tell me what is Saptami Vibhakti called? What is it called? Like Prathama is called as Karta, Dvitiya is Karma, Tritiya is Karana, Chaturthi is Sampradana. So also like that, what is the seventh Vibhakti?
Adhikaranam.
Adhikaranam?
Locative case.
Locative case. Locative case means that the word by which the location, correct? Adhikaranam means location. Now you get it? Because when you say in or on, what does the understanding arise? Location. The cake is in the box. In the box means what? Location, correct? Then if I say the pen is on the table, so in or on, where this is the meaning of those words, it means location, correct? Adhikaranam. So these words, if they are bhinna pravritti nimitta, and if they have different locations, then obviously they are what? Showing different objects. True? Now the question is, if this is the case, then we will have three types of Brahma. One Brahma is called as Satya Brahma, the other Brahma is Jnanam Brahma, the third Brahma is Ananda Brahma. And then you have a choice. Jao, tumko jo Brahma chahiye wo chun lo. Aisi hai kya baat? Is it something like that? Go and choose. We are in a supermarket, Brahman supermarket. Choose whichever one you want. Satya Brahma you want, Jnana Brahma you want, or what is that? Ananda Brahma you want. No. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. All these three words are showing Brahman alone, that one object. And therefore, all these words have Samanadhikaranyam. They have Samanadhikaranyam. Ekam Brahma. Brahma is one alone. So now the question comes, if there are different words with different pravritti nimitta, and they are in the same location, they have the same location where they lead your understanding to, then it may happen that it is something like the big blue fragrant lotus. And in big blue fragrant lotus, what do we find? That it is Vishishta, that lotus is Vishishta lotus. How? Because these are the Visheshanas. So there is, what is the Vishesha? That object, the substantive is Vishesha. And that Vishesha will have Visheshanas. Correct? When the Visheshanas are associated with the Vishishta, Vishesha, your understanding is about Vishishta. 3 words. 3 words. What do we have? Visheshana, Vishesha, Vishishta. If you, for your easy way to understand is Visheshana plus Vishesha equals to Vishishta. Okay? So far so good. What is Vishishta? Visheshana plus Vishesha. Adjective plus substantive equals to the qualified object, qualified by this Visheshana. Got it? Is the thing clear?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swamiji.
हाँ, थैंक यू। एक तो आप लोग दिखते नहीं हो और फिर हमें फिर वो हो जाता है, समझे कि नहीं समझे, बार बार यू पीपल विल आल्सो गेट बोर्ड, स्वामी जी रोज रोज वही क्या बोल रहे हो। So now what do we have? Visheshya plus Visheshana equals to
Visheshta.
Vishishta. Got it? Like the fragrant blue lotus. So also, now this will happen, it will happen that just like that lotus has these qualities, the attributes of being big, of being fragrant, of being blue. These are the attributes of the lotus. So also, your Brahman is Visheshya, and Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, all these will become the attributes of Brahman. Got it? Will become the attributes of Brahman. And if these are the attributes, then we will have Brahman is not Nirvishesha, but Brahman is Vishishta, Savishesha, with Visheshanas. And that would mean that there is some form of Bheda. There is some form of Bheda. Bheda meaning over here there is some form of difference, duality. But the Upanishad says that even the minutest form of difference, swalpamapi darham api, daharam means very small. Even if there is that bheda, that bheda, the duality in any form, no matter how small or big, it is the reason for bhayam.
Right.
It will become the reason for bhayam, and bhayam means dukkham. Then you are talking about knowing Brahman, and in knowing Brahman, what happens? There is absolute freedom from dukkham. Then if you admit that this Brahman is a qualified one, qualified by Satyam Jnanam Anantam, Vishishta, then it still leaves space for bhayam and dukkham. Got it? क्या आपत्ति आएगी? What will be the problem if you admit that it is like this? So, though there is samanadhikaranyam of these words, yet those words we are going to say are not showing Brahman, which is qualified with the attributes Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Satyam is Brahman, Jnanam is Brahman, Anandam is Brahman. Not Brahman has Satyam, not Brahman has Jnanam, and Brahman has Anandam. Like the lotus has bigness, the lotus has blue color, the lotus has fragrance. Not like that. How is it then? Satyam is Brahman, Jnanam is Brahman, and Anandam is Brahman. So he says, Bhai, now we understand, though these words are different, but they have samanadhikaranyam. Though it may have samanadhikaranyam, yet the problem is not solved because it may be vishishtam. And therefore the teacher says, to say that it is vishishtam, there is no praman, mana bhavat. Oh, he has just swept this over here by saying mana bhavat. कहाँ गया? Okay. भिन्नार्थत्वे सति सामानाधिकरण्येन गुणागुणी भावकल्पनायाम mana bhavad, because there is no pramanam to say that Satyam is the guna and Brahman is the guni, carrying the attribute. This is the attribute and Brahman has the attribute, the owner, the carrier. Such idea is not supported by any pramanam. And if you still are insisting, nahi, aise hi hoga, then you are insisting on something which is not established through pramanam, something which is not through the appropriate means of knowledge. Then what happens? That means it is only kalpana matra. We are not interested in your kalpana vilas. Keep doing that play of your imagination. कल्पना विलास करते रहो, उसमें हमको कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है, हमें प्रमाण दिखाओ. जिसको जो कल्पना करनी हो वो कल्पना करे. We are not against you letting your imagination run amok. You can do whatever kalpana. But we are saying something that has to come through the pramanam. And therefore, guna-guni bhava kalpanayam mana bhavat. And because of this reason, this Brahman is akhanda vastu. And so these words, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma, what are they? They are bodhakas. Bodhakas means they generate the knowledge, understanding. And understanding about what? Brahman is akhanda ekarasa, and therefore akhanda ekarasa bodhakatvat. Now because of this, now Brahmanaha akhanda ekarasatvam siddhi has taken place. Okay. Has taken place. Now we are going to go a little further. This is one. Okay. I need to open the book. Hold on. So now, when Brahman is known through Tatastha Lakshanam, what is the Tatastha Lakshanam of Brahman? Not just, I'm not asking what is Tatastha Lakshanam. What is the Tatastha Lakshanam of Brahman?
Jagat kartritve sati jagat upadanatam.
Jagat kartritve sati jagad upadanatvam. Okay. Should I do some pariksha? कौन बैठा है? Manisha, what is tatastha lakshanam?
मानी जी जो रूल आउट नहीं कर सकते जिसके।
अच्छा, ये तटस्थ लक्षण है। तटस्थ लक्षण क्या है? डॉक्टर मंगला, व्हाट इज तटस्थ लक्षणम? Swamiji, this is bad. You please teach. Don't do this. कहाँ गए सब लोग? What is?
कादाचिकत्वे सति व्यावर्तकत्वम.
Very good. Kadachikatve sati vyavartakatvam. And what is the tatastha lakshanam of Brahman?
जगत कर्तृत्वे सति जगत उपादानम.
Jagat kartritve sati jagat upadanatvam is the tatastha lakshanam. Now, when Brahman is known through the tatastha lakshanam, that Brahman becomes then it is vachyartha. What is it?
Vachyartha.
Vachyartha. And when known through Swarupa Lakshanam, becomes Lakshartha. Now, a further distilled understanding about the Vachyartha is Mayopahitam Chaitanyam. What is the Vachyartha, which means that known through Tatastha Lakshanam, is Mayopahitam Chaitanyam Upahitam, conditioned by Maya. Consciousness conditioned by Maya is called as the Vachyartha. यहाँ पे एक मिनट. ओके, ठीक है. पाठ भेद है. मायोपहितं चैतन्यं तत्पदस्य वाच्यार्थः. What is laksharthah? Maya vinirmuktam chaitanyam laksharthah. Okay. When you are saying Satchidananda Vastu or Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, it is laksharthah. But in that laksha, it is free from Maya. Mayo, not conditioned by Maya. Ye kyun aaya? Okay. So now the commentary part, Advaita Chinta Kaustubh, goes into this little discussion. It says, Nanu srishti sthiti laya karanatvam brahmanaha tatastha lakshanam iti uktam tad anupannam asambhavad. There is a dosha, because it is that dosha in that lakshanam is the dosha of asambhavana. How? न तावद उपादान कारणत्वं ब्रह्मणः विकल्प असहत्वात्. Because to say that Brahman is upadana karanam is not acceptable by any of the options that can be made available to understand upadana karanam. Okay, what are the options for the upadana karanam? So when you say it is the material cause, then there are these three things, that it will become the arambhaka upadana. What will it become? The first option is arambhaka upadanam. The second one is
Parinami upadana.
paranami upadanam. And the third one is vivartadhisthanatvena upadanatvam. ठीक है? चक्रेश?
जी स्वामी जी.
कुछ पकड़ में आ रहा है कि छूट रहा है? बिकॉज द वर्ड्स आर संस्कृत वर्ड्स.
स्वामी जी ये वाला नहीं आया मुझे समझ में,
समझा,
शायद मैंने कोई क्लास मिस की थी।
कोई बात नहीं. We are doing the revision of it. Actually the synopsis should be running faster, but nevertheless we will go through this whole process. उसका डर नहीं है. 3 ऑप्शंस दिए, देयर आर 3 विकल्प है कि ब्रह्म को क्योंकि हमने क्या किया, तटस्थ लक्षणम क्या बना है ब्रह्म का? जगत उपादानत्वे सति, जगत कर्तृत्वे सति, जगत उपादानत्वम. ठीक है ना? तो उपादान तो कह दिया कि नहीं, उपादान मतलब मटेरियल कॉज. And how will you understand that material cause and nimitta karanam, the pot maker and the clay? In case of the ghata, which is a karyam, which is an effect, naturally there is some cause. What is the cause of the ghata?
Clay.
Okay, the clay. Just clay can become the cause.
The
No.
kulala.
There has to be nimitta karan.
We require a nimitta karanam also. So the pot maker, kulal, कुम्हार, हाँ, वो क्या है?
निमित्त कारण.
निमित्त कारण है. अब हम बोल रहे हैं कि ब्रह्म क्या है, तो बोल रहे हैं इस सारे जगत का निमित्त भी ब्रह्म है और उपादान भी ब्रह्म ही है. ठीक है
जी.
When you are saying Paramatma is Jagat Karanam, we are saying Nimitta Karanam is also Brahma, Upadana Karanam is also Brahma. That is what the definition is. Jagat Kartrutve Sati, Jagat Upadanatvam. Now he says over here, this definition which you have provided, this lakshanam, and by the way, what lakshanam is this? Tatastha lakshanam, is carrying the dosha of impossibility. Why? Because when you say upadanam, the upadanam can be of 3 types. Okay? Upadanam can be of 3 types. How can anything become an upadanam? By one of these ways it can become the upadanam. Okay, one is called as arambhaka upadanam. Arambhaka means when, now let us say, what example can I give you now? Right, when you are making tea, चाय अपनी बना रहे हैं, what all things do you require?
Milk, sugar, chai patti, fire.
हाँ बस ये सारी, तो इनको मिला देने से, 2 चीजों को मिला देने से अब तीसरी चीज बन गई. करेक्ट
जी,
है ना? 2 चीजों को मिला देने से तीसरी चीज बन गई. Now when this happens, it is called as arambhaka upadanam. चाय पत्ती और पानी, ये 2 अलग अलग चीजें हैं.
जी.
पत्ती को और पानी को मिला दिया, मतलब वो आग में आंच पे रख दिया, हो गई चाय. ठीक है? So 2 things mixing up together becomes a 3rd thing, which is none of these first 2 things. It is a new thing, correct?
जी.
So now it is altogether a new thing, right? Can you call chai patti as chai?
No.
Can you call water as chai?
No.
But when water and chai patti together, you can call it chai. ठीक है?
Yes, Swamiji.
तो आरंभ उपादान ये हो गए, two coming together, becoming a third thing. So this is one way in which the upadanam can be said. True? ठीक है ना?
हाँ जी स्वामी।
जी स्वामी
हाँ बोलो क्या?
ठीक है स्वामी जी।
ठीक है ना? हाँ चलो आगे. So the second type in which you can say it is an upadanam is in a way parinami upadanam. There is, so no two things have come together to make the third one. Just the same thing changes into the next object.
Milk to curd.
Milk to curd. ठीक है? So parinam, it means it is just a modification of that object, but it does not remain the same earlier object. Now it has changed. It cannot be called as milk anymore. What is it? It is curd. So like that, it is parinami upadanam. It changes. Now you can call it decomposition, you can call it whatever. Huh? It is now parinami upadanam. The second way. Then there is vivartadhishthanatvena. Vivartadhishthanatvena. Now the thing is, when the karya, in all the earlier things you have karya means what?
Effect.
Effect. Okay. Over here karyam means not something that is karaniyam or anything. Karyam means
Effect.
effect. Karya karana bhavaha. Cause and effect. Relationship. Dr. Rajiv, are you there? You'll have to unmute anyway. So now what happens is this, that the karanam is always present, the material cause is always present in the effect. True or not?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes,
The material cause will always be present in the effect.
True.
Yes, Swami.
True. So the effect is not devoid of material cause ever.
Yes.
Nimitta karan chala jaye, lekin material cause will always be present in the effect. Now, when you see the snake, which snake? Of course, our snake, pet snake. The Vedanti's pet snake is that Rajju Sarpa. So now that in Rajju Sarpa, the rope is present or not?
Present, yeah.
Is present. Has to be there. Therefore, now rope will also be called as karanam, and it is upadana karanam. But is it arambhaka upadanam or is it parinami upadanam? Something
It's
got
not
mixed
a-
with the rope to become the snake, or the rope has transformed into the snake. What has happened?
Nothing of this.
Nothing.
Nothing of this sort
Neither.
has ever happened. Only thing is that rope, remaining rope, now appears as snake. So snake is the vivarta, viruddha vartanam, vivarta. What is the snake? The snake is vivarta. Vivarta of what? Of the rope. Correct?
Yes, Swamiji.
Are you getting it?
Yes,
So now
Swamiji.
Yes.
Swamiji.
Yes,
Swamiji.
Swamiji.
the snake is the vivarta of the rope. But what is the rope?
Adhishtan.
Adhisthana.
अधिष्ठान भी है, उपादान
And
भी है.
material upadan bhi hai.
हाँ. But how
Vivarta
has
adhishthana.
it become the upadanam? By being the vivarta adhishtan, by being the substratum of the appearance. Got it?
जी
हाँ
स्वामी
स्वामी जी समझ में आया.
By
हाँ.
being
हाँ.
the substratum of the appearance. Vivarta adhisthanatvena upadanam bhavati. Mil gaya? So now the Purva Pakshi says that there are only these three vikalpas by which something can become upadana karanam. And now you will have to tell us that how is Brahma the upadana karanam? So, you will have to fit the Brahman into one of these three. Mil gaya? Samajh rahe hain na? You will have to fit Brahman into one of these three to be said as the upadana karanam. ये क्यों तुम कर रहे हो? Because the Siddhanti has said Brahman is, what is the Tatastha Lakshanam? Jagat Kartritve Sati. Jagat.
Upadana.
Very good. Now you prove how, in which way, which of these three ways is Brahman the Upadanam? And now he means who? The Purva Pakshi says that Vikalpa asahatvat Brahmanaha na tavad upadana karanatvam Brahmanaha Vikalpa asahatvat. Has anybody opened a book? They have found a line?
Yes,
Swami.
अरे वाह, ओ भाई बड़े इंटेलिजेंट हो, बिना पेज नंबर बताए भी ढूंढ
Page
लिया.
29.
Very good. Deshmukh, you have found a page?
Yes, Swamiji.
Wow. I'm really glad. This delights me to see something like this. Wow. So now, why can't any of these vikalpas prove Brahman is Upadanam? So this Purva Paksha says, Advitiyatvena Brahmanaha Anarambhakatvat. For something to become the Arambhaka Karanam, Arambhaka Upadanam, what do you require? Presence of?
Two objects.
Two. Advitiya Shruti says what? Brahman is Ekameva Advitiyam. भाई दूसरा कोई है ही नहीं तो आरंभक कैसे बनेगा? ये किसके साथ जाके मिले? बात समझ में आ रही है ना?
जी
With
स्वामी
whom should Brahman make a partnership to be both of them then become the Arambhaka Karanas? तो दूसरा कोई है. So Advitiyattvena Brahmanaha Anarambhakatvat. Okay, so the first option is out of question. Arambhaka Karanam Brahman cannot become. Then maybe Brahman is what? Parinami Upadanam, which transforms. अच्छा, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में एक समस्या ये आती है कि एनीथिंग दैट ट्रांसफॉर्म्स, व्हिच मींस दैट इट विल नॉट बी नित्यम, एंड एनीथिंग व्हिच ट्रांसफॉर्म्स, समथिंग लाइक द मिल्क transforms into the curd. Now the next day you cannot call it milk. Calling it milk now will become what? A false claim. Correct? False claim. It will be an error.
Yes, sir.
So if Brahman becomes the Parinami Karanam, then Brahman has become this Jagat. Okay, chalo, Brahman has become this Jagat. Like the milk becomes the curd. But like that, can the curd be, is the curd the milk now?
No.
Now that, will Brahman be Brahman if Brahman becomes the Parinami Karanam?
No, then.
No.
तो हो जाएगा ब्रह्मन सड़ गया, गल गया, मर गया, है ना? धर्मात्मा सड़ गया। तो बोलेंगे अगर तुम एक ही होने पर भी अगर उसमें ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आ जाता है तो परिणामी होगा। लेकिन श्रुति कहती है कि केवलो निर्गुणश्च निष्कलम निष्क्रियम शांतम अविकार्योयमुच्यते। परमात्मा कैसा है? केवलो निर्गुणश्च निष्कलम, पार्टलेस। सो जब दूध दही में परिणत हो जाता है, when it transforms into the curd, what happens? What happens?
गुणांतराधन.
हाँ, does the milk in the whole suddenly becomes curd?
No, it takes time.
Takes time means what? चक्रेश, क्या होता है?
ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन,
ट्रांसफॉर्म होता है समझे।
ट्रांसफॉर्म तो हो ही रहा है भाई, परिणाम तो हो रहा है, लेकिन परिणाम होने के लिए क्या आवश्यक है? क्या दूध के सारे अणु, ऑल द मॉलिक्यूल्स एट द सेम टाइम बिकम कर्ड?
नो।
तो स्लोली 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 कर्डल होता जाता है ना
जी।
तो what do you require for the parinami karanam also? That it should be in parts. There have to be parts, and in parts then it will become, correct?
Yes.
Shruti says Paramatma kaisa hai? Nishkalam,
अखंड,
partless.
Partless.
अच्छा, पार्टलेस है इतना बोल करके शांत नहीं हुई श्रुति। श्रुति ने कहा निष्क्रियम, वहां पे किसी प्रकार की कोई क्रिया, मूवमेंट इज नॉट देयर। निष्कलम निष्क्रियम शांतम, गीता ने कहा, भगवान कहते हैं कृष्ण, अविकार्यो यमुच्यते, इज अविकारी। नो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, नो मॉडिफिकेशन takes place over there. Now by that, what do we understand? Brahma cannot be the parinami upadanam. Brahman cannot be parinami upadanam. Correct?
जी स्वामी जी।
Material cause which modifies, modifying material cause. Brahma cannot be that. All right, then your final option is Vivartadhisthana. Vivartadhisthana. Now he says, hey, it cannot become even Vivartadhisthana. This is the last option, is what we are going to say is Svikarya. But anyway, Siddhanti will prove it. But the reason why he is denying it in the first place, Purva Pakshi is denying it, is because he says Ghatasan, Patasan, Iti. The pot is, the cloth is, the man is, the woman is, the stars, the star is, the mountain is, the river is, hai, Satyatvena, Anubhuyamanasya Prapanchasya. How are you experiencing the world? Is not, or is.
Is real.
Is. Satyatvena anubhuyamanam, na? How is it experienced? As being real. Satyatvena anubhuyamanasya prapanchasya. How can it be therefore called as vivarta of Brahman? Mithyatva kalpanayam mana bhavat. Tasmad brahmanaha upadana karanatvam durnirupyam. And therefore, none of these options can sit or fit to say Brahman is upadanam. And only if you can prove Brahman is upadanam as well as Jagatkarta, then only the Tatastha Lakshanam can be proven. And if the Tatastha Lakshanam is proven, then this Tatastha Lakshanam will be able to show the Vachyartha. Got it? भाई समझ
Yes,
में आ रहा है?
Yes,
जी
Swami.
स्वामी जी,
ऊपर से चला जा रहा है।
आ रहा है
नहीं।
स्वामी जी।
हाँ, very good. That's why now tasmat brahmanaha upadana karanatvam durniरूप्यम. This durniरूप्यम किसका पक्ष है?
पूर्व पक्ष।
पूर्व पक्ष है। धन्यवाद। तस्मात् ब्रह्मणः उपादान कारणत्वं durniरूप्यम. Then he further will go to say even jagat kartritva, which is the first part of your definition. Jagat kartritve sati jagad upadanatvam. Two parts, no? The definition has.
Hmm.
So the first part, jagat kartritva, is also not possible.
Oh.
So that definition, that lakshanam, is ridden with the dosha called as
Bhavana dosh.
Asambhavana.
asambhavana. Asambhavana means
Impossibility.
impossibility. नहीं हो सकता ये। दूसरा कुछ भी होगा तुम्हारा ब्रह्मन, या तो यही ब्रह्मन है तुम्हारा, तो वो इम्पॉसिबल है ही नहीं। जाओ। Now somebody looks at this kind of Purva Paksha, they are going to say, ऐसा Guru, blasphemous, kill him. Nah, we are saying welcome. ऐसा पूर्व पक्ष तुम और खड़ा करो ताकि the सिद्धांत will become stronger, it will give you more clarity. You see, this is the difference. नहीं तो हमारे विरुद्ध बात कर रहा है, इसका सिर कलम कर दो ना। We are saying that आओ पूर्व पक्ष और तुम मजबूत करो, हम उसका जवाब देंगे। एक बार महाराज जी से, जब विश्वात्मानंद जी ने संन्यास नहीं लिया था, गगल जी ने, तो उन्होंने पूछा अखंडानंद जी महाराज जी से, महाराज जी आप ईश्वर का खंडन करके दिखाइए। महाराज जी बोले, हम क्यों खंडन करें, तुम खंडन करो, हम मंडन करेंगे। हम क्यों करें, करो, हम उसको सिद्ध करेंगे। So this is, if you raise the objection, that does not make you atheist. नहीं, परमात्मा ऐसे हो ही नहीं सकता, यही परमात्मा है तो परमात्मा है ही नहीं। तुम बोलो, हम अभी दिखा देंगे, ऐसा ही है, हम दिखा। So this is a discussion on a different level altogether. समझ में आ रहा है, ये दार्शनिक है। Well, we will see the Uttar, what do they call it, Purva Paksha with regards to Jagat Kartritva also in when we meet next. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om. एक मिनट है, जरा रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करो। अच्छा, all the people now, the thing is,